Good afternoon, everyone. LaRonda here from Just Tell Others Through Crafting and Journaling. It's been a warm day already today, and the heat index is pretty high from what I understand. And I spoke to Kim earlier there in Florida, and she said the humidity was very high as well. So if you're going to be outside, please make sure you have plenty of water to stay hydrated, stay in a shade, but take care of yourselves. Here in my little crafting room, it's a small room. It's only about 8 by 10. But I wear long sleeves, as you can see, because the vent's right over me, so I stay pretty cool. And no doubt that unit is going to be running all day long. But please give me a thumbs up if you like my video, and make sure to subscribe to my channel. I'm really hoping to encourage others today to make some very simple and easy page edges for your journals, for whatever, just to decorate your pages, things like that. But today is Tuesday, May the 28th, and this month is almost over. As I mentioned earlier, I want to show you how I make some simple ruffled fabric edges or even tabs using glue. I don't sew mine. I am strictly using glue, but I'll use cardstock as well for the base. Once glued and dried, I will just see what journal it's to fit, or if I make it specifically for a journal, I'll have it ready to use on hand and get going with it. But by using these simple little techniques, it makes things so much easier. Instead of dragging out a sewing machine and making sure it's threaded and everything, I just use glue. But the supplies that you're going to need for this project are very few and simple. Glue, and I like to use what's called the dry glue. This is a Beacon 3-in-1. Now I like to use that or the Beacon's fabric tack. It dries so much quicker than a wet glue does, but that's my preference, and I don't know about you. But I also use cardstock, leftover cardstock, scraps, whatever, to make maybe approximately a 1/2 inch strips. That's going to be the base to my ruffle. But I have some fabric that's been torn in strips, whatever width you want, and the desired fabric that you want. And I also use the little fingertip protectors from Dollar Tree. Now I think these are mostly used for hot glue, so that your fingers will be protected, won't get burned. But I use them when they're ever doing this, because then I don't get glue all over my fingers. I may need a pair of scissors and some paper towels, which I have to the side over there, should I need them. I have that to the side. So let's get started on making some of these simple ones, okay? Basically what you'll do, this is one I had made earlier. Basically what you'll do is you'll take a piece of cardstock that's been cut in a small strip and apply glue to it. I don't put my finger protectors on just yet, but I will put this on, and I put the glue pretty heavy, you might say, and I will use it up, I'm quite sure, fast, and I apply more. But for the beginning of it, I just apply a generous amount, as you can see. Let's put the lid on that. Then I apply my little fingertips. But I'll take my fabric, and I'm going to use this pretty blue right here, and I'll just go ahead and stick it down on the card. And I am able to use these little protectors as a way to kind of push and gather to ruffle. See how simple that is? Just pushing it against the glue. That's all you have to do, is push it against the glue. And you can make it as thick as you want to, or as thin, however you want to do it. But and I'm using my finger here because I know I'm not on that cardstock. This fabric is a thicker fabric, and you can feel as you slide or glide through the cardstock on the glue, it picks up and adheres there. But this makes beautiful little ruffles without having to sew. But see how simple that is? And you can always come back and apply a little bit more glue if need be. But it does keep These keeps from getting the glue all over your finger. And I probably could have ruffled that a little bit better there. But these make beautiful page edges. Let me get a book and show you what how it's used. This is just a journal that I had started. It's a glue book actually, but I had started that, and of course the pages here need to be sized down and creased down. But all you do is apply it there to your page edge. But isn't that pretty? You can always hang a dangle or something from there that will make that just as pretty. But I made, like I said, one earlier, and that looks like it could go in a man's journal. That's pretty. Put those to the side, let it dry, and I'll put my scraps to the side and show you a few that I had already done. This is one, can you see, do I have it in frame, that I actually applied paper to. After gathering it, I applied paper to it. This one was made using ribbon. Has the sides of it are completed or are not frayed, but it was just a basic ribbon that I used. This is one of my favorites. It's a pretty pink. Gingham is, of course, and it looks more country, but it looks distressed. I applied a little bit of ink to that as well, to that fabric. This is another pretty one. And you don't have to use the whole page. You can just use a part of it if you need just a part. But this is another really pretty one that can go in a neutral color journal, the pages. But isn't that pretty? I thought these really turned out great. Now, this one is a leftover piece from, I probably just needed a short piece. But, I mean, you could just use a small piece. You could just use a small piece. But I will tell you that using, like this was a piece of bleached muslin that had been tea dyed. And that it will, a more solid color will pick up on the glue and will probably show the glue better as far as, you know, coming through. But that's okay. It can always be covered with, you know, another embellishment such as pearls or whatever. I actually made a journal and used a wider page edge to it. But instead of using it on the page, I decided to put it on the cover. And it was on the cover, and then I put pearls on it, and it immediately sold because it was so beautiful, and it looked very rustic, but elegant too. I think someone from Ireland actually bought that one. But I'm going to get to things that, you know, other things that I normally do, such as at the ending of the video, because this is not going to be a long video today. But I always have a devotional or an encouragement of some sort to read. So this is taken from the book of John, chapter 16, verse 33. These things I have spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace. In the world ye shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. Those are Christ's words. Be of good cheer. Be of good cheer today. You know, do something good for yourself. Do something good for others. Also, as a reminder, May has been a month of to bring awareness for various illnesses such as mental health. Although the month of May is almost over and many illnesses are designated for recognition during this month, please keep those with illnesses such as mental health in prayer. Just because the month of May is coming to an end doesn't mean that the illness is. Thank you for watching, and I appreciate everything you've done for me. And again, if you would please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, I sure would appreciate it. Thank you so much.